I've woken up this entire past week each day with absolutely no motivation, no drive, no anything. I'm not completely emotionless like some of my depressions can get, but I just don't really have any drive or to do anything, no energy, not sleepy, just there's nothing there. I'm relatively like, if I didn't know any better, I would think like I was just lazy. But it's not me just being lazy, because I'm not a lazy person, and you know, I don't normally feel like that. I've been able to, I force myself to do like housework in the morning just to give me some sense of stability, and also, no matter how much I hate it, when the house is perfectly clean, it helps me not feel worse. So strangely enough, the worse I feel a lot of times, the better, cleaner the house is, which is bizarre. I'm experiencing paranoia in a social sense, especially with like coworkers, which it's not a matter of anything they've done or said. It's literally just paranoia. Paranoia is just creating shit in my head to make me paranoid. And that's okay, because I know better, and I know that it's paranoia and not the actual situation, but it doesn't help it feel any better. Like, in fact, it's kind of worse, because I'm sitting there with these paranoid thoughts, and like, you know, I'm not giving into them, but they're there, and they just like keep bothering me. And even though they're not real or justified, I still have to sit there and then like listen and to those types of thoughts, and then I have to like feel the emotions associated with that kind of paranoia while I'm just sitting there, you know, saying this isn't real, this isn't real. It's really frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. I just still have the social anxiety and dealing with people issue. Like, that's the one thing that has not become better or worse. It's at the same level, which sucks, because it's not just work. It's strangers on the street, it's people at the store, it's neighbors, anyone and anything, with the exception of my family, my husband, and my coworkers. Like, I have a hard time like talking to anyone. I feel also very mentally vacant. Someone will ask me a question and I like don't have the answer, which sucks, because I hate feeling stupid, or I hate feeling unintelligent. Not that I'm the smartest person in the world, but if I'm not operating to my expectations, you know, that's when it's not okay. Especially at work, people ask me about, you know, a particular bike or something like that. My brain just goes blank. It sucks, and that's like, it's part of the anxiety. My brain is just like, you know, fight or flight, and it's like, well, how about we just talk about bikes? And my brain's just like, we can't, because we've got to flee from this. It's like, why? Why is that a thing? Paranoia doesn't really take part in anything else. There's no paranoia that goes along with my social anxiety. I have invasive thoughts, which suck. My brain comes up with really shitty, like, either terrifying or disturbing episodes or images in my head, and just keeps like forcing those thoughts onto me. It's nothing, it sucks I have to make this disclaimer, it's not anything like, you know, kill someone or you know, harm yourself or stuff like that, or everybody hears invasive thoughts, and with a bipolar person they freak out like, you know, she's gonna grab a gun and then kill a bunch of people. No. These are things that, like, I'll give you an example, and it sucks, but, like, just imagining, like, one of my kids dead, like, from some sort of horrible, violent situation. Like, that thought is terrifying. Like, it's not something I create. It's not something enjoyable. It's my brain. It's like, I remember back in late 90s or early 2000s, was that website rotten.com where they had dead bodies and, like, just gross, weird shit. And it's like that one friend who was like, oh, you've got to see this. And they start showing you that shit. And when you're young enough, you're just like, holy crap, and you can't get that image out of your head. And you didn't want to see that. Your friend, like, made you see that. But you can't unsee it. That's kind of what these invasive thoughts are, is there's just horrific, torturous shit. My brain creates situations or images and just keeps popping them into my consciousness. You know, whether it's I'm talking to someone or I'm trying to read, or it doesn't matter what I'm doing. It's, my brain it'll just put those in there. It sucks. It sucks really hard because you're trying not to imagine the image or thoughts that your brain has decided you are going to see and feel, or other invasive thoughts that kind of might go with paranoia, but it's more so not paranoia, and some of them are invasive thoughts. Sometimes I get paranoid about, you know, people trying to kill me, but that's only because I feel like I watch too many crime documentaries. Not anymore. I've had to stop over the past, like, month because my paranoia was grabbing onto that. But paranoia that the invasive thoughts is that wherever I'm at, my brain picks out the person most likely to start attacking everyone in said location, and that I need to find a hiding spot. Which, that's not how you're supposed to live your life. You gotta remember, these are invasive thoughts. This isn't like pops in my head and I'm just like, okay, cool, where would I hide? This is stuff like when I'm talking to people, or like the other day I was in the like the break room at work, and I heard like a customer or a person outside, or who knows, making some sort of loud noise. They were just talking loud. They weren't making any loud or threatening noises, and I'm sitting there and I know nothing's wrong, but my brain tells me that, you know, what if he has a knife and he's coming in right now, and because nobody's expecting it, he could easily stab all the other people that are in the shop and then come stab me, and I'm like trying to find where the best hiding spot is, and every time I look around trying to find the best hiding spot, which means, you know, I'm sitting there and thinking how each one is flawed, and just, it's one of those like, oh, there's no hiding, there's no getting away, and it just freaks me the fuck out, and it just keeps happening and happening. It's these invasive thoughts, and I know that's the thing, is I know they're not my thoughts. I know they're being like just forced upon me, but it still sucks because I have to go through the emotions associated with these thoughts, and then I have to go to through the emotions of constantly fighting back invasive thoughts. Like, it sucks. But I mean, I really don't have any choice right now. And these weren't an issue before. Before, as in being medicated. Before I was medicated, they were an issue, but now I know what they are, and it sucks. I'm being attacked by my own mind, like, all the time.